Imagine this. One morning, the President of the United States just vanishes. No phone call, no note, no trace. It sounds like the start of a Hollywood thriller, right? But let's say it actually happened in real life. What would the US government do? What does the Constitution say? And how would the world react? Let's walk through it. No wild conspiracy theories, no Hollywood drama. Just a real-world, step-by-step breakdown of what would actually happen if the most powerful leader in the world suddenly disappeared. So first off, how do you even confirm something like this? Because presidents don't just vanish. They have the Secret Service with them 24/7. Every single movement is tracked, every location is monitored, and every call is logged. The very first thing the government would do is confirm whether this is real. The Secret Service, FBI, and military would be in instant action mode. We're talking minutes, not hours. They'd pull security camera footage from everywhere the president was last seen. They'd check the pings from his phone, his smartwatch, even the car GPS. Was this a medical emergency? Did something happen mid-schedule? Or is there any chance it's a misunderstanding? Maybe he went somewhere unexpectedly, but safely. Until they know for sure, they treat it like the most serious situation possible, and fast. Now here's the million-dollar question. If the president is missing, who's actually in charge? The US Constitution has an answer for that. The 25th Amendment. It basically says that if the president can't do the job, the vice president steps in. That part is clear. But here's where it gets tricky. What if we don't know if the president is dead, alive, kidnapped, or simply unreachable? In that case, the vice president, along with a majority of the cabinet, the top government officials, can officially declare that the president is unable to serve. Once that's in writing and delivered to Congress, the vice president immediately becomes acting president. That's not a full replacement yet, it's temporary, but it means the vice president takes over all presidential powers until the situation is resolved. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, something called continuity of government kicks in. That's the system designed to keep America running during a crisis, whether it's a terrorist attack, a natural disaster, or yes, a missing president. It's not just a plan written on paper. It's an actual network of secret bunkers, backup communication systems, and pre-assigned people who are ready to take over critical roles at a moment's notice. EMA, the Pentagon, and intelligence agencies. They all go into what's basically emergency autopilot. The goal is simple. Keep the country safe, calm, and functioning. No panic, just protocol. But while all this is happening in Washington, the rest of the world is watching. And trust me, other countries would be watching very closely. Some might see it as a chance to test the US, maybe by pushing boundaries in international waters, making aggressive moves, or even launching cyber attacks. That's why, in a scenario like this, the US military would go on high alert immediately. You'd still see public statements from the White House and the Pentagon saying, everything is under control. And maybe it would be, or maybe it's not, but they'd never admit that in the middle of the crisis, because the last thing they want is to signal weakness. Allies, on the other hand, would be calling quietly behind the scenes, offering support and asking for details. Details they may or may not get. And what about the media? Well, the public would want answers, fast. But in those first few hours, don't expect much from the government. They wouldn't want to fuel panic or give away information that could make things worse. Instead, you'd get short, carefully worded statements like, "We are aware of the situation and are taking all necessary steps." That's it, no juicy details. In the meantime, rumors would explode. Social media would be flooded with guesses, fake sightings, and conspiracy theories. The news networks would be in wall-to-wall coverage mode, cutting between reporters outside the White House, the Pentagon, and every last known location they could find. Eventually, a press briefing would happen, maybe with the vice president or maybe with the White House press secretary. They'd give the basics. Yes, the president is missing. No, we don't know everything yet. And yes, the government is still running. But the real details? Those would stay behind closed doors. Now here's the question no one wants to think about. What if the president never comes back? If days turn into weeks, things change. At that point, Congress could step in. If it's clear the president is gone for good, Whether that means they've passed away or there's no hope of finding them, the vice president could be sworn in as the official president of the United States. Not acting, full. Investigations wouldn't stop, of course. The search would continue quietly, and probably for years. But the country can't wait forever for answers. The system is built to keep moving forward. So yes, it's a wild scenario, but it's one the US government has actually thought about. There are plans for almost everything, even this. And the takeaway here, the country wouldn't just fall apart overnight. There are layers and layers of systems designed to keep it running, even without its leader. So now I'm curious, what do you think would really happen? Would the vice president be able to hold things together? Would the public stay calm, or would it spiral into chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and hey, if you found this breakdown interesting, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.